Good morning, DMS.
Megan, what's wrong?
I have not been getting a lot of sleep lately.
Why is that?
I've been having a Netflix marathon.
Well, maybe you should put away the electronics and take a look at our next feature on teen sleep.
Studies show that teens in this generation are losing more and more sleep by the minute. Teens nowadays are constantly on electronics from the time they wake up until when they go to sleep.
Do you use technology an hour before bed? Yeah. How many electronics do you use in a day?
2.
Genevieve, how many electronics do you think you use in a day?
I probably use 2, mostly my phone and my school laptop.
And do you use those electronics 1 hour before you go to bed?
Yeah.
Do you have a TV in your bedroom?
Yes.
Do you watch your TV when you're supposed to be asleep?
Yeah, I do.
A lot?
Yeah.
Do you use technology 1 hour before bed?
No, it's more.
The National Sleep Foundation recommends that teens between the age of 14 and 17 get about 8 to 10 hours of sleep each night.
On an average day, how much do you think you sleep?
Maybe 7 hours.
On an average day, how much do you sleep for?
Probably 7 or 8 hours.
On an average day, how much hours do you sleep for?
Probably like 7 or 8.
When families find a balance between screen usage and vigorous exercise, it can improve how well teens sleep at night.
Do you think you and your family have a healthy balance of screen usage and vigorous exercise?
Yes, I do.
Do you think you and your family have a healthy balance of screen usage and vigorous exercise?
No. We use screens all day long.
Do you think you and your family have a healthy balance of screen usage and vigorous exercise?
The majority of us, yeah.
Everyone should put away technology 1 hour before going to sleep in order to feel refreshed in the morning. Thanks for watching.
What is the NAEP test?
NAEP stands for National Assessment of Educational Progress, and it is a test that is given to schools across the country to see where students are performing in different subject areas.
When is it?
We are taking the test on February 18th at DMS, and schools across the nation will take it at different times, but that's the date that they gave us.
And how do kids get chosen?
They would select 8th graders, and so what we have to do is we give them a roster of all of our 8th graders, and then they randomly go through and select 50 of them.
What is your opinion about the test?
Well, personally, I think that our students are tested enough, so I'm not a big proponent of giving them another test. Unfortunately, this comes from the U.S. Department of Education, so we don't really have a choice in taking it or not, but I'm just glad that not everyone has to take it.
Are you taking the NAEP test?
No.
Why would you want to take the test? Why or why not?
No, because I don't really like tests and I don't like science.
Thank you. Are you taking the NAEP test?
No.
Would you want to? Why or why not?
No, because I don't really like tests, and I'm not that smart.
Okay, thank you. Are you taking the NAEP test?
Yes, I am.
Are you excited? Why or why not?
Yes, because it's a good opportunity.
Thank you.
Chris Kyle was a Marine sniper who went on 5 tours in Afghanistan. His actions were so heroic that the state of Texas has recently declared February 2nd to be Chris Kyle Day. Chris Kyle is what many would consider an American hero. Although some have publicly demoralized his work, his story was so moving that a movie called American Sniper was recently made about him, detailing the hardships he had to endure both overseas and stateside. Do you know who Chris Kyle is?
Yeah, he's the Navy SEAL dude.
Mm-hmm. Do you think it should be a national holiday instead of a statewide holiday?
No, just a statewide, because then every soldier is going to want a holiday.
That's a good point. Do you know who Chris Kyle is?
Yes.
Do you think Chris Kyle Day should be a national holiday instead of just a statewide holiday in Texas?
Yes.
Why is that?
Because he's a national hero.
Yes, he was. Thank you.
You're welcome.
On February 2, 2013, Chris Kyle was killed at a Texas gun range while trying to help a fellow war veteran cope with post-traumatic stress disorder. This caused Texas Governor Greg Abbott to recently declare February 2nd to be Chris Kyle Day. This holiday will be used to commemorate the death of one of America's most famous war heroes. Many of his comrades in the military said that when Kyle was on watch, they felt almost invincible. Not only was he great at overwatch, he was willing to do the dirty work like clearing houses to earn the respect from the ground troops. This is Ben Riggs and Dominic Mesh reporting for Discovery Middle School.
We interviewed Ms. Dickus on how to properly get a teacher's signature.
What kinds of things do kids ask you to be signed?
Usually things like club forms or forms from the counselor's office, like to schedule classes for next year.
Do they ask you like you would want them to?
Not usually. Usually they just walk in and say, here, sign this. I would rather they wait, not interrupt or say, excuse me, and then ask nicely, would you mind, or if you had time, something a little bit more professional.
Do they email you like you would prefer?
No. Usually it's what I miss. I would ideally like for them to start out with Mrs. Dickus or Dear Mrs. Dickus, I was absent, maybe explain. Say, I checked your calendar, I have questions, could you please help me with, or something along those lines, and then sign it with their name, saying thank you. Again, just a little bit more professional. I'm not a student, I'm their teacher, so I would like to be treated like that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. This is Hannah and Gabe reporting to you from Discovery Middle School.
So Maggie, are you trying out for Sapphires?
Yeah, are you?
No, but let's go take a look at some girls who are trying out for the Liberty Sapphires team.
The Liberty Sapphires and Liberty North Golden Girls just finished the season strong by taking first place in the state championship. Let's go take a look at a couple students who are auditioning for Sapphires.
I'm most excited about learning more about pom and stuff, and I kind of really want to go to state with the Sapphires.
I'm most excited about to experience what pom is and dancing with a bunch of other people from other studios.
Yeah, I've been dancing since I was 5.
Yeah, I've been dancing since I was 3.
Yeah, and didn't they actually win first at state, both of them?
Yeah.
They both won first at state.
Hope to see some of you 8th graders in the Liberty High School gym auditioning for Sapphires April 6th through 10th.
In this feature, we have decided to spotlight a student in our school that plays basketball. We have come up with a few questions to ask them so you can get to know them a little better. Hope you enjoy.
What is your name?
Nathan.
What grade are you in?
8th grade?
How long have you been playing basketball?
Since I was in kindergarten.
Why do you enjoy playing basketball?
Well, because it's fun and it keeps you in shape.
Did you play for the school team?
Yes, I did.
Do you plan on playing, or are you playing club basketball?
Yes.
What club team do you play for?
The B3C Running Gunners.
How long have you been playing club?
Ever since I started basketball, so first grade, kindergarten, something.
Do you enjoy playing for your club team?
Yeah, we get to shoot a lot of threes. Yeah.
Do any of your teammates go to DMS?
Yeah, Grant Houston and Alex Roush.
What position do you play?
Point guard, shooting guard.
What's the best game you had this season?
Probably against Platte County.
Why did you start playing basketball?
Well, I just needed another sport to do during the winter, and I ended up really liking it, so.
How long do you practice each week?
Probably about 10, 12 hours.
Have you played any tournaments with your club team yet?
Yeah, we played 2.
How did you do in them?
We won them both, champs.
Have you had any major injuries while playing basketball?
I broke my thumb once, and I guess that would be about it.
This has been William and Sakif recording from 5th Hour Broadcasting. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Oklahoma.
West Virginia.
Iowa State.
Iowa State. Not Kansas.
KU.
Iowa State.
Yeah, same.
Kansas. Kansas Jayhawks.
Oklahoma. Iowa State. Not Kansas.
KU.
Well, because we all know they're good. and they have the potential to beat everyone, especially ISU.
Because they're winning right now, and I'm sure they'll win it just because they always win it.
Because we're good.
Okay.
Probably K-State.
Iowa State.
We asked our wonderful principals what advice they have for students as they enroll for next year.
What advice do you have for 8th graders as they enroll in high school?
I would say for students who are going into high school to really think about maybe what they want to do with their life and try to take some of those classes that might prepare them for that career.
Okay. What advice do you have for 6th and 7th graders enrolling next year?
I think if you're still in middle school, I think you need to try everything and not just think you might not like a class. I think that it's really important that you kind of get your feet wet and try a bunch of different classes and see what you like and what you're good at, and maybe where you have a special talent that you didn't know about. And then that way, when you are preparing for classes in high school, then you know what you will, in what areas you will excel.
I think it's important as you enroll for the high school that, first of all, that you take classes that are something that you need and that are going to be good for you and be beneficial for you, as opposed to things that your friends are interested in. I also would recommend that there are opportunities to take some courses during the summer, so it's kind of nice to knock some of those prerequisites out during that time.
What advice do you have for middle schoolers that are still enrolling?
I think middle schoolers should try everything that you possibly can. This is a time for you to experiment, take classes that maybe you don't necessarily know a lot about. You may find that it's something that you truly enjoy and love it more than anything else.
How do you think the year has gone so far?
I think it's gone really well. We've had a great year. We have a lot of kids who are involved in activities at school. We have a lot of things to be proud of, our athletics, our different clubs and programs, our fine arts. So I think it's been a really great year.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
Hey Maggie, how does my informal speech sound? In baseball, you shoot many touchdowns and kick the ball into the basket.
I think you need some help with your speaking skills.
Okay, let's go take a look at this next feature about speech class.
One key to being a great speaker is knowing how to do speeches. In speech class this year, kids are doing informative speeches. We asked them, what is speech class?
Basically what the class is doing is kind of to prepare us for debate in high school. So we're just giving speeches right now.
We're going to be doing debate later in the semester though. So
we're writing informative speeches to get ready for debate.
We asked the speech students what were their informative speeches.
My speech was about superstitions, actually. It's an informative speech.
Mine's about like spies during the Cold War.
You should take speech class because it gets you ready for speech and debate in high school and college.
Interview Ali Kashoni, Bailey Daniels, Sarah Keening, recorded by Gabe Stewart, and produced and edited by Tierra Williams.
We chose 2 classes to give a shout out to.
Discovery Middle School!
Go!
Hold on, Discovery Middle School!
Congratulations to Mrs. Sneebling's first hour ELA class and Mrs. Larson's first hour Spanish class for being the shout-out of the week. Keep it up, DMS.
Megan, why are you wearing that stuff?
Because it's spring break next week, obviously, Maggie.
Oh yeah, well I hope you have a great spring break, DMS.
And remember to be safe.